great team player who's going to go somewhere with us. Think about how you speak. Are you going to stand out in a room? When we do interviews, we do them as a group. Are you going to stand up as a group? Are you going to stand up with that one person who's going to be somebody I want to hire? We don't do them one-on-one. A lot of companies are switching to that. So it's something to think about. We'll talk about that later. Studies show it can take 21 repeated good experiences with a person to make up for a bad first impression. You guys ever met somebody and you're like, really? And sometimes eventually you turn around, right? But it's going to take a while. It takes a long time. So when someone comes into my business or wants to apply with me or comes in for an interview, I'm like, wow. Okay. Then they call me, they call me. They might have good qualifications, but are they going to be a good fit? Working in my job currently in retail, it needs to be someone who's going to be out there and who's going to want to engage customers. Who's going to have that personal, kind of glad to do this. Is that going to be who this person's going to be? So when you think about that, that's what you need. That's the focus that we have. If you have that bad first impression, it's going to take a long time to get that back. The handshake. So if you guys read my bio, I was quite blessed to start with a great career path when I was young. And I say blessed because it was given to me pretty much. I just talked to people and they said, let's work. But the place that I worked a lot was Orange Jewelers, and they really believed in me as a youngster. 16 years old, literally, just turned 16 when I started working there. And they taught me a lot about business, about how to act, how to be, how to present myself, and how to do a handshake. That's extremely important. You guys talk about how to do a handshake? You do this? Sloppy hands. Can't handle that one. It's a good firm handshakes. Hi, it's nice to meet you. And please don't ever do this to somebody. Do you guys know what that means? Power. It means I'm in charge. Hi, nice to meet you. Don't do that. That means that someone is more powerful or in a higher position than you. So don't see it too often anymore, but make sure you're not the one doing it. Okay? Especially if you're, right? It's just a phone adjusted. But especially if you're going into another field of business, it's something you really don't want to find somebody who might be a CEO. Okay? Smile and maintain eye contact. I'm a smiler. I'm a big smiler. I keep smiling. Days going bad, just keep smiling. Just keep smiling. You're on the sales floor, someone's having a bad day, they're yelling at you, you didn't do anything wrong, you're just smiling. I'll take care of it for you. Just keep smiling. Because you know what? When you smile, a few things it does for us. What do we do? Smile back, right? You're going to calm people down, just keep smiling. Less wrinkles, just saying. You know? So, just keep, when you smile, everyone around you, it's contagious. You can't not smile if you're in a room with somebody who smiles all the time and just keeps going. See a lot of you guys smile. See, you're starting to smile, don't you? So really, it's a big deal. And there's a few things we talk about throughout here in hygiene, and it's always a very uncomfortable thing for me to have to pull someone back into my office and talk about hygiene. But it happens. So, make sure we've had nice clean teeth, but maybe have a little bit of lipstick on. Guys, if you have a beard or mustache, that it's well trimmed. But those are things that we can draw you away from a smile. So think about those as you're going in. Be surprised. All right. Every time you smile at someone, it's an action of love, a gift that a person is a beautiful thing. Mother Teresa, gotta love her. Of all the things you wear, your expression is the most important. No matter what that expression is. If it's that's how you sit. Am I a happy person? No, right? So your smile is hugely important. All right, so we got the facial, we got the handshake. So now we're going to start talking about some attire, because we've got past all that stuff. So when you go into an interview, what do you want to wear? Women, you want to wear dark colored jackets. matching skirt or slant, closed-toe shoes with only a 2 to 3 inch heel, plain hose if you're wearing hose, well-groomed hair and nails. Recently I did an interview with a girl who came into my office wearing 5-inch platform heels, a tank top, a mini skirt, and fake eyelashes that were bigger than anything I've ever seen before. And I was quite confused. I said, you know you're applying at JCPenney on the sales floor, right? The girl couldn't keep up with me as I was walking from the sales floor to my office. I'm like, you're going to keep up. So really think about the position that you're applying for and what you're wearing to that interview. Is it appropriate for that environment? Okay, girls, this is what we're not going to be wearing. Oh, yes, go ahead, please. Yes.
I did have a question, like, if you were to wear, like, the long eyelashes, is that okay for it?
Absolutely not. They were just huge.
Like not the big fan.
No, I think you'd be, because those are their fans. But no, honestly, you'd be fine. It's something very nice and appropriate. There's some beautiful ones out there. We have a Sephora in our store, so I know there's some beautiful ones out there. A lot of the girls in there wear them. You just do not want to wear anything that is excessive. Perfect. Yeah, that's all I can pay attention to. Did you have a question as well? It's beautiful. Her hair is beautiful. Yeah, there's actually a fun slide we're going to see in a minute. But your hair is beautiful. I saw it when you came. I was like, oh, stunning. You don't want to be too noisy with the color. You want to be professional in nature. Monochromatic takes away, being monochromatic when you're in an environment, you're focusing on you. Not the loud colors or the loud patterns or anything like that. We're really just focusing on you. Same thing with the men in the suit. Like, you look very nice in that suit. But if you had a bright color tie shooting out, I'd be probably focusing on the tie. It's like I want to focus on the individual I'm speaking with, not necessarily the attire. So, and if you come into that environment dressed monochromatically, tan suit would be fine as well. Nothing against that. Just monochromatic. Okay, things you don't want to wear: short shorts, short skirts, lingerie style blouses and undershoot shorts. The little spaghetti strappy ones. Mule shoes, open-toed shoes, platform shoes, that kind of stuff. Ponytails and braids, gaudy and flashy jewelry. The less you have, I'm wearing 4 bracelets and I'm going like this and I'm talking all day long, you're going to focus on my bracelets. If I have these big, ginormous earrings, you're going to be like, wow, why should I wear those? Those are the things you're going to be thinking of. You're not going to be thinking of the individual in front of you. So when you go into that environment, again, very understated, very simple. Yes. Like just some crazy stuff, like crazy hair. Yes, like colors and funky and just, you're going into a professional environment. No, I have many associates who have beautiful braids, and that's okay. That's not an issue. That is a wonderful look. But if you have just this one, yeah. Well, you guys get it more than most people, so you're like, I get it. The kids understand a little bit more. All right. Okay. Also, makeup. Again, don't be excessive with your makeup. Just something very simple, very understated. Because you don't want to look like. Let's go slides around. But there's some really gaudy makeup. You want to be seen. Okay, you don't want like purple blue eyelashes and hair and colors, and you want to be very simple. There's some giggles that I've seen. Be tasteful. Studies show also, if you're going into professionals careers, studies show that women who wear makeup can get a 20 to 30% increase in salary. And you know why? Because you look put together. Okay? So the next picture, let's see who this picture. You guys know who this woman is? Go home. You know who that is? Kate Moss. So from that picture alone, did she get paid to do what she does? But what happened when she puts makeup on? stunning, isn't she? That's her. So when you think of it, and is it superficial? Yes, I won't lie. But when you think about it, sorry guys, there's some makeup out there for you, just so you know. But if you think about it, sometimes you get up and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, oh, really? Put a little bit of makeup on and you're like, oh, this looks so much better. You know, even just a little bit of mascara, you look more awake. Something that simple. But putting a little bit of makeup on is a world of good for a woman. Okay? That's odd. But what you don't want to do is that. So, yeah, definitely not. You know, the trend in eyes, yes, with the, you know, the eyeliner and things like that. In the right environment, maybe, but to go on a business interview, absolutely not. If you were applying at a Sephora store, maybe, but not in my world. All right, okay, we're moving on to the guys now. All right, what you do want to wear is pants that fit at the waist. First time you ever were fitted for a suit where you're like, what is this? Why is this pant fitting so high? No? Anybody else surprised at how high a pant should fit? I know my husband was. Because I can really get it right. Because the pants fit up high. They're not low riding, you wear a suit, they're fitting properly. Loafers with dress pants or khakis, and matching belt and shoes. Do you guys know that rule? If you have black shoes, wear a black belt. All right. Brown belt, brown shoes, brown purse sleeves. Keep it all together. Keep the whole look together. That's why we like purses so much and shoes. All right, men also, tailored shirts for trim bodies, and make sure wearing fuller cuts for larger physiques. Make sure your clothes are fitting properly. And that's an important one too. It is what it is. It's who we are. Get the right fitting clothes. That's all that matters. Because if the clothes don't fit you right, that's again all that the interview is going to be focusing on. Okay. Some smiles. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. Men and women. All right. Then for a power look, you want a dark colored suit, white shirt tie, lace-up shoes. For a stylish look, try a blazer, a crew neck sweater, dress pants, and loafers. Still business attire, but you still want to be that professional look as well. Okay? Guys, you're a little bit easier. Questions on that, guys? No? All right, guys, this is what we don't want to see you wearing. Yeah, my husband likes that picture too. Trend is what it is. Yes, sir.
How about earrings?
You do not want to be wearing earrings to an interview as a guy. If you're in a professional environment. Now, depending where you may be applying to. If you came to see me, I would not have an issue with it. If you're going to apply to a position at Diebold or Timken, I would say no. Personal story, my husband had 2 earrings when he applied for his position in sales. He took them out. He's never put it back in. So, you know, it's not dress code at some establishments. I would assume it is not for you to go and apply and then ask during the interview. Gauges are never good. Just, you know, unless you're playing hot topic. You guys know gauges already? Yeah. Okay. Plus, what gauges am I? Okay. When in doubt, dress for the job, ask what the dress code is, and it's always better to overdress for an interview than to underdress. Dress for the position you want, not the position you're applying for. If you're going in as a sales associate to apply for a position, dress as a manager. If you're going in as a manager, dress as a CEO. Dress above what you are. Always keep that in mind. Dress for better. All right. Also, men and women, don't wear heavy perfume and cologne. This can be a distraction as well. If you're in an office doing an interview with somebody, you're in a small environment. If you just spray 3 spurts of your perfume or cologne before you walked in, that's all we can focus on. Good or bad? Right, very good. So, you know, you want to be focusing on that. So, those are things that will take away from you as a potential employee. Don't smoke or drink alcohol before the interview. The second part's pretty obvious. But the first part, you know, if you smoke, it is what it is. If you live in an environment that smokes, it is what it is. When you go into an interview room, that's all you can smell. I'll do a personal story that just happened this last week. Hired this girl, great, everything was great, wonderful. Did the interview in my office. I'm extremely sensitive. Couldn't smell anything. Comes into the training. A couple days later, it's like, all I can smell. It's all I can smell. And it's just as a personal appearance issue. You want to make sure that if you are smoking in your car before you come over, give a good spritz. Just give a little spritz before you come on in. Get yourself some fresh air. Okay, that's the last thing you want people to be focusing on. And then two, a lot of places now in the workplace, smoking isn't allowed as it is. So just keep that in mind. Be helpful. Also, when you're in an interview, those cell phones, turn them off. Off, not a vibrate, off. Nothing is worse than when you hear, you know, turn the cell phone off. It's not necessary. Your email address. Do you guys have email addresses set up for school? For your professional, right? Make sure you're not using the catchphrases and the, you know, silly ones for anything else. You know, when we look at email addresses, you know, keep it professional, especially if you're putting it on a resume. You want it to be something that is going to be out there and people aren't going to second guess you. Like, oh, you know, four-wheel drive crazy or something, you know, like that. You don't want that on your resume. You want something very nice and professional on there. And arrive on time. When someone shows up for an interview and they're late, I pretty much write them off. Because if they're not going to be on time for the interview, they're definitely not going to be on time to show for work. So being on time. Being super early is okay too, but just, you know, you're going to be super early, okay? But just make sure that you're on time. So what are the local resources that you can use for getting clothes? Because, you know, dress attire can be quite expensive. So some of my favorites that I put in here, garage sales. I have garage sales. I put my dress attire in there. Garage sales would be an awesome place to get some clothes. Encore. You guys know where Encore is? Yeah, love Encore. Some of my better things I take down there. I absolutely love Encore. Clothes Manor. You guys been out to Clothes Manor? Clothes Manor is part of the For a Child family. So that the whole, that whole area is all about that. They have a lot of dress clothes, dress shoes. I've seen a lot of very nice dresses in there as well. I know there's probably a lot of ladies out there who, like me, who buy really nice shoes. Get them home, oh, they don't fit me. I'm not taking them back. I just donate them. So there's a lot of very nice shoes out there too as well. Don't forget Goodwill and Salvation Army. I found some great things in there. So if you're looking for an outfit, you don't have to go and get it off the rack and pay full price for it. I'd be very upset if you did. Because that's not how you should have to shop for your clothes. Find one amazing outfit and use that all the time. Use that as your interview outfit. When I was looking for a new job, when I was in a casual environment, that's what I did. I had one suit, and that was my interview suit, and I wore it for every interview that I went on. You don't have to have a bunch of different ones, just that one. Online resources. So if you get home and you're like, okay, I'm going for the interview with this company, what is their dress code? What is their attire? If you're going through the airline business, they have pretty strict things on how you're supposed to look, don't they? Very strict. There's online resources on there. If you're going into a restaurant business, they have very strict dress codes as well, and hygiene. How you can be, how your long hair can be, how your nails can be, all those types of things are on there. So get yourself ahead of the game for the interview to be ready for it. So you can go on Google. There's YouTube videos also. There's also great resources, women again, on how to apply makeup on Sephora's website. I don't know if you're aware of that. How to make whatever look you need, make it appropriate. Also too on LinkedIn. Are you guys on LinkedIn? No. LinkedIn is a great resource when you get to that point. LinkedIn, you can get on there, and it's not just about business connections. It's about education and learning. There's a lot of things that you can learn on there from dress code. Actually, that's where I got a lot of this presentation from. You learn dress code, how to behave, how to advance yourself. There's a lot of great resources on there. But most importantly, everything we talked about here is make your 30 seconds count. You have 30 seconds to make that first impression. So from walking in, how you look, to your hair, to your perfume, whatever you got going on, is how much we're going to actually pay attention to what you're actually saying coming out of your mouth. That 55% is huge. It's a huge influence on your interview. So do not wear, this is my favorite from her. Really nothing wrong with her outfits, right? But is that interview appropriate? What's wrong with his outfit? Wrinkly, untucked, like, hey, what's up? I mean, nothing wrong with an average day out, hanging out like today, right? But not necessarily for an interview. Also, clothing that is torn and ripped. That people want to do something like that. So, you know, if it's torn and ripped, it's definitely not appropriate for an interview. Really, no matter where you work. Even when I worked in casual junior attire, if someone came in looking like that, I assume that they think they can really push the barriers. Just because we carry it doesn't mean we can sell it or wear it. I mean, you know, so you really got to be careful. Here's your hairstyle question. So, no Fox Eagles hair going on. No, yeah, funky, and that's just cool though. But, you know, none of that, you'd be surprised. Some of the hair styles that you do see. Now, if you're in the hair industry and you're going to apply the position, that would be okay. I actually hired someone in our salon who had kind of crazy funky hair. But that's what she did. And she actually has a younger clientele because of it. So that's a little different. You know, she came to the interview, obviously not that crazy, but, you know, looking like that, shaved one side, cut to the other. She has a great clientele base because she's trendy. Younger people want to go to be trendy, right? You don't still want to go to somebody who looks like, you know, Jane Cleaver. So, all right. Piercings. Gotta love the trend nowadays. So, you know, piercings, hey, it's great. You like them, you have them, that's fine. No, there's a time and a place. You know, a lot of times people will take them out for their job interviews and then show up at training and have them in. Not gonna work. We usually have a conversation. To your point, if you have a question, ask. There's nothing wrong with that. I've had so many people as of late ask me that during the interview. They came in, there was absolutely nothing. Can I wear this? Absolutely. It's kind of not a problem. But if you engage, another issue. It's the right environment, the right time, the right place. Again, if you're working at Hot Topic, that's fine. That's actually fine. They want you to, right? But not working at JCPenney. Also, too, if you guys have, if anybody, you know people who have a tongue piercing, they kind of talk a little funny sometimes. And it's like, okay, like, yes, sir. I think you're fine. Yeah, I think you're fine. It's, again, maybe just as long as you're not wearing those, you know, 3 big cubes all over the 5. It's big trying to be 80s, but, you know, I'm like, you can't tell, but it's beautiful, fine. Absolutely. Tattoos, yet another fun trend nowadays. That's kind of obvious, right? So that's excessive. But you know, when you're out there and you have tattoos, think about it as a parent speaking to you guys. Think about it. We actually had a girl working in another location I was at, and she was in her early 20s. She had started with a couple tattoos and then extreme. And we're thinking she was rebelling against her family. Her boyfriend, they did it, they had fun. Now she regrets it. She has a very, very hard time finding a job. And she is an amazing person, an amazing worker, an amazing individual. But what speaks first? Her parents. And talking tattoos everywhere. There's nowhere to hide them. So just really think about that, you guys, as you grow. Yes, dear.
So, like, I want to know that,
It depends. I mean, you know, it really, if it's something subtle, you never really notice it. We're talking about big things. And even in business, I know that there's a lot of wonderful people out there in business who have, sleeve tattoos. They usually wear long dress shirts, like kids don't usually long shirts, you're fine. Just nothing excessive and crazy.
I don't have tattoos. But let me just say, and I had discussed it recently with a student who has facial hair. You may never know whether it was an issue, because you go in and you interview, and they'll tell you you didn't get the job, but the 4 or 5 people who got in a room to debrief and human resources to say, how did they do? Well, everything was okay, except you see all those tattoos on their arm, or you see the piercing, or you see the facial hair or whatever, and they may just pass on you, which you may never know. There's no hard steadfast rule. What I can tell you, and I think you said it, the blue chip companies, all of it is good. I mean, all. It doesn't matter. It's not a question of discrimination. They feel if you want to do it, that's fine, but it does not fit their company policies. I had a national sales manager, so he managed 7,000 people, and he made it, guys who would grow beards or mustaches or whatever, and he would make it very well known that he hated it. And some guys didn't get rid of it. They didn't get the promotions and they didn't get the other things, but that was his personality.
And it's very true. There are things that will end up holding you back. And it's not that you're not capable, but you just don't fit the footprint of the company and what you're trying to do. Thank you, that was perfect. Pants, please, pull them up. Yeah, don't be doing that. Low-rise pants, we want to make sure they fit properly. Go to the next one, please. Same thing here, guys. Actually, I have an associate. Came in one day on his day off to pick up his paycheck. Came in. He's all cute. He's a cute kid. He's like, hey, pay your check. You pull up your pants. Like, don't come into the store, into the back as an employee, with your pants hanging down around your ankles. Like, don't do that. You're an employee here. So you make sure that if you're in an environment, you have those pants pulled up. Okay? So business professional versus business casual, there is a difference. So for women, in your business casual attire, you wear blazers, button-downs, cardigans, those kind of casual shirts. You see those? All right, so what you do not want to wear: tank tops, t-shirts, sleeveless shirts, and sheer blouses. Just because they're casual does not mean you can wear them in a business environment. Tank tops, as a layering piece, generally are okay, but not by themselves. T-shirts, never okay. Unless it's a dress down day, they have a specific dress code for it. Women's pants. A do is dress pants, chinos, khakis, a cotton pant, a suit pant, or capri pants. What we don't wear for business casual days are jeans, cargo pants, shorts, linen pants, leggings. Thank you for your pants. Leggings, ladies, are an accessory, not a pant. Leggings are an accessory, not a pant. We sell them in our accessory area, not with the pants. Again, they're an accessory, not a pant. Our store leader has a teenage daughter, and she loses her mind every time someone even tries to wear them. So just keep that in mind. You can wear them with a skirt, a long skirt, a dress. Not appropriate. Okay, men, dress pants, chinos, cotton pants, and suit pants are absolutely acceptable for dress casual. No jeans, cargo pants, shorts, or linen pants. Okay? Casual men's attire, your polo shirts, your button downs, short sleeve button, lightly patterned button, casual blazer, and a sweater. Outside of the sweater, what do you notice about all of those? They all have olives. They all have collars. So you want to make, it adds a little bit of dress to your outfit, even though it's a casual, okay? Having a collared shirt. Sweaters, generally, if the sweater is worn, usually you would have a shirt underneath it as well. Don't wear a t-shirt, logo t-shirt, track jacket, or a hoodie.